Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I fell asleep and then I woke up and forgot, and I'm sorry. I'm like half an hour late for my own live. My bad, guys. I don't even know if anybody's here. I would never have known anything if Zach hadn't messaged me and been like, hey, man, I don't know that anybody's even here because I was scheduled for and it's already 2:30. But if you are here, maybe you guys could do me a favor and maybe we'll get some people in here. Oh, hey, Riza. Let's see, where are we on this thing? I don't know. I don't know where I am on it. All the way over here with this light. That's where I am. So I actually am on 73 on this thing, which I can't zoom out any further. It's getting so big now, it's really hard to fit in the frame. Like I said, this is the bottom of the T. And this triangle will come up, and it's this triangle here at the bottom, it will come up and it stops like right in the middle of the A, and then it cuts off part of the bottom of the C like it does the T. Hey, Jessica. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys. I fell asleep in my chair. Texas is really, really cold right now. So we have all of the heaters running, and I was just sitting here on my heating pad, and I was working on a teddy bear, an army teddy bear. I fell asleep doing that. And when I woke up, I called Mom because right now, Lion Brand has 30% off select yarns. And I was looking at their website. I think the sale ends in just a couple of hours, actually. I think it's only like 19 hours left in the sale. But I was looking at their sales yarn, and I was seriously contemplating getting more yarn. Seriously contemplating getting some yarn from Lion Brand. They don't do sales very often, and it's been a long time since I've purchased any Lion Brand yarn from the Lion Brand website. And it would be my first large haul of 2026. So I called Mom I called her to justify buying more yarn. I did not get the justification that I wanted. And then while I was talking with her, Zach sent me a message and was like, hey, are you going live? And I was like, oh, crap. It's Sunday and it's 2:30. I'm late. So, yeah, that's how that went. But thank you, Zach, for reaching out to me and being like, yo, dude, you're missing your own live. We still have, there's only like a quarter of an inch worth of ice on the ground right now. But, and I went outside because we weren't sure if it was snow or if it was ice. But I went outside to check it out. It's not even like snowflakes or anything. It's these tiny little round, perfectly round balls of ice just scattered everywhere. Is what it is. And yeah, It's like it's not even anything like the kids could play in or nothing, but it's only like a quarter of an inch, and we thought it was going to thaw out a little bit. It hasn't. But I did hear earlier in the day, I heard Mom was talking about that the worst is yet to come, that tonight is supposed to be pretty cold. I don't know. Let's check the phone. Let's check the phone. Yeah, my dad Ken said you should save your money for your trip, and I said, "What trip?" And he said, "The one where you come up and help me." He needs help cleaning his apartment. He needs to clean his apartment where I can get his old mattress out and put his new. Because I'd like to buy him a new mattress. He really needs a new mattress. It is currently 25 degrees in Grange, Texas. It feels like 15. That means it's gotten a little bit warmer. Not by much. Tomorrow, Monday, the low is 14. I don't know if you guys can see that. Tuesday, the low is 24. Wednesday, 26. We'll get all the way up above freezing for Thursday, though. The low for Thursday is 37. Of course, these are Fahrenheit. Zach is pretty good about knowing the, what you call it, conversions. But as soon as Friday hits, we're going to start dropping in temperature again. Everybody in Texas, a lot of people in Texas is kind of, a lot of them are kind of freaking out. Because Texas doesn't do cold weather very well. Delicious water. I am having a Coke. But my dad bought me a like 3 or 4 days ago. And this is the last of the 2 liters, so I'm having it. And I'm not going to feel guilty about cheating. Not in the slightest. You know, I think my light is trying to go out. Is that what the problem is? That's why it looks so dim. My camera light's trying to go out. Maybe if I plug it in, it will stop doing that. 5. That's not. Why are you? Oh. Okay, we're live again. After what? 15 minutes of just blackness? Just 15 minutes worth of just nothing. Nobody's going to be rewatching this one. Nobody's going to be catching the replay on this. Not only was I late, but then my stuff just decides to quit working altogether. This is annoying. But I did find out that apparently I can share my screen through YouTube now. When did this happen? That's like new to me. There's a button down here where you can share your screen. I didn't know that you could do that on YouTube. I am stuck on Top Chat. This GA opened to me on Friday. I ended the live and this happened to me on Friday. I ended the live and started a new one. It seemed to work. I'm sorry, Jessica. I didn't even see your comment. And I just chewed Benjamin out of frustration. I was like, why can't you fix it? You're supposed to be able to fix this stuff. But because he couldn't remember how to fix it. He didn't know how to fix it. Yeah. But like I said, if you guys feel like it, maybe y'all can share the live out and we'll get a few people in here. I don't know. Being late and then that whole debacle there is just, like I said, probably nobody's going to watch the replay. Just spent a good 10 to 15 minutes with just a black screen. I don't know if y'all could hear me or not. I just know my screen went completely black. And I didn't share it out because I was late. I guess I could do that now. Mute tab. Yep, that's the one. Today's the 25th, right? Yep, pretty sure that's what it is. So we can share that out real quick. Oh, goodness. How are you guys? What are you guys up to? What are you making? What are you working on? Let's see. I'm also sharing it out right now, guys. On my Facebook page. This needs to be muted. Zach said, I'm going live at 5 p.m. Eastern. Dad is going to be... Oh, Dad is gone to a hockey game. Cool. If you guys... I think it's just you and Zach. I think it's just Jessica and Zach here at the moment. I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean to be all late. But I appreciate you guys being here. Hey, Bridget. Thank you for coming. I was 30 minutes to my own live because I fell asleep. And then on top of that, I think what happened was that my camera disconnected. And then for like 10 or 15 minutes, Zach and Jessica were just sitting here looking at a black screen. I don't think they could hear me. I know I was mad. Hey, Kimber. But yeah, I was 30 minutes late to my own live stream. I would have completely forgotten about it if it hadn't been for Zach. He messaged me and was like, "Are you going live today or what?" But I am on row 73 this weekend, of my dad's retirement blanket. It still doesn't look like a whole lot, and it's gotten too big to fit in the frame. But this is the outside of the letter T, and there's that bottom triangle. That bottom triangle will go all the way up, and the point hits in the middle of the A, and then it cuts part of the C off, as well as I keep waiting for like the other side of the T to get to the other side of the bottom of the T, and this T just looks really big. This blanket's gonna be a lot bigger than I anticipated. A lot bigger. But I mean, it's like 480 some odd rows at a diagonal angle. And I'm only on row 73, and I have to finish this before April. I got my work cut out for me. Great day for warm crafts. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Kimber. It's I was talking about that earlier before my camera cut out. It's pretty cold. We got little ice balls all over the place. And my mom at her house, she's making blueberry pie and some kind of soup, and she's coming up with any reason to turn on the oven. Meanwhile, my dad is making cabbage rolls, which that's fine if that's what he wants to eat, but they stink, and it's made my bedroom stink because my bedroom happens to be right above the kitchen. So anytime anybody's cooking anything, I can always smell it. But he likes, like, they're like German cabbage rolls. I don't know. If I had remembered I would have taken the extender that holds my camera up. I would have taken it off so that y'all would have had a bigger frame so you could see more in the in the camera frame or whatever, because the camera would be further away. But I panicked. I panicked, got ready for the live when Zach was like, "Hey." I'm up on the ladder working on my curtain, so I'll be in the bushes. Be careful, Bridget. What is everybody else up to? How are you doing, Kimber? Oh, I know. You were screaming earlier, Kiwi. When I was on the phone with my mom, she was hollering at the dogs, and every time she'd holler, Kiwi would start screaming and fly in circles around the bedroom. Last night, he was trying to go out on the balcony, and I was like, "You're not going out there, dude. Like, it's the middle of a winter storm, and you want to go outside on the balcony? What's wrong with you?" I don't know. He has seemed pretty happy, though, today, sitting in front of his little space heater. Luckily, we did not lose power last night. Like, my dad's all kinds of prepared, though. He's got 4 generators now. He's so happy with himself. We took one of them over to Danielle's house, so that if the power went out, that she'd have, a way to heat the house up. she's got 4 fur babies. And then he's got one set up already in case the power does out. I guess in the tiny town that's like, there's like a really tiny town that's in between. It's called Winchester. It's in between where I live and Danielle lives. And I guess that little town lost power. I'm making beef stew in the crock pot. After I get it started, I will be going in the bedroom with the heat on and a heating pad under the covers. I had beef stew for breakfast this morning. Like, it's 3-day-old beef stew, but I had beef stew for breakfast. But yeah, I guess a little town over there between Danielle and I's house, they lost power. Ooh, Zach, you had McDonald's. I want McDonald's. I feel like I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. That sounds really good. Nobody's going to take me to go get McDonald's right now, though. Apparently, Texans don't leave the house when it's cold out. You lost a good job. I wish my body would lose some weight. I starved myself for like 3 weeks and didn't lose anything. It was just carrots and water for like 3 weeks and I lost nothing. But I did have orange poop, interestingly enough. Apparently, if you eat enough carrots, your poo will turn orange. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, which I was not aware of. I guess that's TMI, huh? I don't, is this the last Sunday of the month? I don't know if this is the last Sunday of the month. I guess it is. Okay, so I'm going to set a super chat goal. Maybe we could reach it. Let me, because I believe I still have free memberships to give. I do. So I'm going to set a goal and try to get that met. I'd like to start trying to get some of the goals in my chats met so that I can start doing like bigger giveaways. I want to do like, for example, I'd like to do a giveaway where I can give away like 2 of those handmade what are they called? Hooks. 2 of these. Like, I would, if the goal is met, then I would do, the winner could pick out 2 of these out of the Etsy shop that I get these from, and I could just have them made and shipped out to them directly. Things like that, or, I could do, your choice of an Amazon book or whatever. That's the idea anyways, but I have to be able to get enough channel support to do that. I just would really like to do bigger little giveaways and whatnot. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about because everybody does it. Let's see. But yeah, that's one of the goals for this year is to get to a point where I could do like giveaways during my live streams whenever we meet a goal or whatever. I guess I have to start small and work my way up to being able to do like giveaways of larger items. But anyways, Kimber, are you talking about the storm was very calming? It was not calming over here. We had like I could have sworn that there was lightning that hit like in our back pasture because it was like 2:30 in the morning and my entire bedroom lit up and then there was a huge boom. Like it scared the crap out of me and Kiwi. And then it went like dead silent for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. You couldn't hear anything outside of just me and Kiwi. And the next thing you know, there was thunder again. But I don't know. It was like everything went completely silent after that loud boom. But it lit the whole bedroom up with white light. So and you know they say that you can count, like if you count between the lightning and the thunder, whatever, you can tell how far away it is. I don't know if that's true or not, but it happened at the same time, so there was no counting. It looks like on my screen, like everything is very pixelated. Is it coming through to you guys on that way, like on the YouTube side? It looks very pixelated and I don't know if that's my internet or if it's just the way it's streaming. I'm knitting a scarf. Is that blasphemy for a crochet? I don't think so. I worked up a bunch of knitted hats on the knitting machine, which apparent I did not realize that it was such a hot button topic. But I posted a video of me using the knitting machine, and I asked because I had found this attachment that works with like a little hand drill thing that my dad gave me. And I posted a video and all it said was, is this still considered handmade? And I didn't realize it was such a hot button topic, but there was people that was not very nice to me about that. And I told them, like, I'm a crocheter. I'm not a knitter. I don't know how to knit. If I want to make something knit, I have to use, the Addy. Oh, thank you, Jessica. But I don't know. There was some pretty ugly comments on that video from one person in particular. Was making the comparison. Hey, Zach. She's making the comparison between like crocheters that talk about fast fashion and fake crochet, and how using a knitting machine is very similar to that. That you can't call it handmade. And I was just like, okay, I was just asking a question. Then she accused me of passing machine knitted stuff off as handmade, and I was like, I didn't say that. I just was asking a question. Like, apparently knitting machines are not liked in the knitting community, and I was completely unaware of that. I'm on day 6 of no oxygen unless I need it. Cool, because that's awesome, Zach. Love the textured pattern. Oh, you mean the texture of the blanket? I don't know why Corner to Corner does that, but it is really cool. I just hide that person from the channel and move on and not even mention them. Well, see, and that's the thing, like, YouTube, I think it was, I uploaded that same video as a short on YouTube and asked the same question, and nobody on YouTube had anything negative to say. But on my Facebook page, was where I got a lot of negativity from it. Now, my Facebook page is connected to my Instagram page, so I don't know if the negativity came from Facebook or if it came from Instagram. But I did notice that I only really got negativity from Facebook/Instagram. I didn't get any from YouTube at all. How is everybody else faring the weather? I know, Bridget, you were supposed to get hit pretty hard. She might not be able to respond though because she's busy hanging curtains. Zach, I told you to take your snow back. We don't want that here in Texas. People panic whenever you decide to send snow down here. You should see the shopping at the shopping aisles at HEB. They're like completely barren. All the toilet paper's gone. All the bread is gone. Where are they keeping all of the toilet paper and bread? Like, are they freezing it? That's not going to help because if the electricity goes out, the deep freezer doesn't keep anything cold. So, where are all these people hiding all of the bread that they're buying? And surprisingly, when I was in Walmart with Mom, we went over into, well, I don't know what department it was, but there was a whole pallet of space heaters, and I was surprised to see that there was so many space heaters there at Walmart. Now, like I said, HEB, they're pretty, I didn't go in there, but from what my dad tells me, HEB was pretty barren, and my 3rd grade teacher posted a picture of the HEB that's in her area, and there was just aisles and aisles that were empty. But Walmart seemed to be faring okay. They were busy, but they didn't have no barren shelves or nothing like that. People are basically pretty dumb in general. I agree, Chris. I really agree with that. I just looked outside and it looks like the South Pole. I can't even garbage cans to the I don't have to go out until Friday. I think, when did our trash come? I think our trash people come on Tuesday because Dad takes it out on Monday evening after he comes home from work. I don't know if y'all seen my video of my dad downstairs, because our ceiling is open, so when I'm upstairs I can look down into the living room. The living room it has an open ceiling, so I can, from upstairs, I can look down into the ceiling, or down into the living room. And he had torn the whole living room apart. This man is so bored. He's like got nothing to do. He can't go outside. Yeah. So he's got this whole living room torn apart, and he's cleaning and he's dusting. And I asked him if he wanted help, and he was like, "Nope, nothing you could do right now." And he's just throwing stuff away, and it's all just like stuff that he's collected. It's all his stuff. You know, he got like a giant blue toolbox in there. I don't know why one man needs that many tools, but he does. I guess you could say the same thing about my yarn, though, as I sit here and contemplate buying another $200 worth of yarn. Which, for those of you that just came in, by the way, Lion Brand is having a sale. It's 30% off select yarns. And I don't know, they have some interesting yarns that I've never had before. But for the most part, I was looking at getting yarns that will work with yarns that I already have. Your skin can turn orange too. Oh, when you eat too many carrots? Remember, refresh your page, or push the little gray button that says live down at the bottom of your screen, because I think you're behind in the live. Y'all think I should push back Sunday lives to maybe like 3 o'clock? But I feel like, isn't that when Granny D goes live? Does she go live at 3 o'clock on Sundays? For some reason, that's what I was thinking. You know what also turns your skin green? Or green? Orange? Jaundice. I just know that because I was a very jaundicey baby. I don't think it's the jaundice that turns your skin green. I think jaundice turns your skin yellow, but it's the bilirubin lights that turn your skin orange. Something like that. I don't know. I was not a very healthy baby. I didn't have a functioning liver. It wasn't happening for me. Oh, well, you know, it would help if I was on live chat instead of top chat. Also. I can't wait to see how this blanket turns out. It will be the first corner to corner blanket that I've ever finished. I've started so many of these corner to corner blankets, but I've never actually finished one. And I can't tell you how much I really like this Hirschner's Afghan yarn. It is only a weight too, but for big blankets, it's definitely doable. And I have an account with a website called 2 Magic Pixels. If you guys want to check it out, if you like corner to corner, you might want to check it out. They have, gosh, thousands of corner to corner designs for very good prices. And then I think it's like $3.49 per design. And you can get the stitch count or the written pattern and whatnot. But they've got so many beautiful um, 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 designs. And since I figured out that I can share my screen, we're going to try it out. Because why not? Let's see. How can I do this? Share screen. Wait. Sorry, Adrian, I'm listening. Just watching like TikTok as well. That's fine, Zach. I avoid TikTok since the orange man and his buddies own it now. And I want to tariff Canada. Zach said, ew, thank you, Chris. I didn't know. Maybe deleting it now. Okay, so I'm going to try this share screen. I did not know that you could share your screen using YouTube Studio. However, I don't see anything on the YouTube side. See, I just got to stop trying new things because on my live side, it's showing. There it is. Okay, never mind. I'll quit talking. Anyways, so they have bunches and bunches of really that one's $3.99. This one's $4.99. But these are all corner to corner Grafgan patterns. That one's cute. I like that one. I love 2 Magic Pixels, and I buy their designs. I've bought quite a few of their designs, but I've never actually finished one. I've started a few of them, but I have not. Oh, look, UT. I've never actually finished any of them. Oh, hey, Danielle. Seattle Krakens. Little baby goat. That's cute. That's really cute. So, a few years back, a very long time back, I had done a video. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was one of my first videos. A video on 2 Magic Pixels, and a couple months later, they had given me a bunch of points. And see, I've started this one here. Is it still sharing the screen? I've started this one here, never finished it. It's in a box somewhere. But they gave me a bunch of points, and I bought a bunch of patterns from them. But this is one that I really would like to do is this Phoenix. And then each month you get a free man pattern. See, these are 100 by 100. So this, if I made one of these in this weight 2 Hirschner's Grafgan, it would be pretty small. half the size of what this one too. That's just page 1. I've got a ton of them. I've been collecting, it seems like. But I was thinking I wanted to make some of these up. I think I started that one too, or I at least thought about starting that one. But they've got so many of them. See, I have to switch back to check chat. Is that a blue bunny or a kitty? Let me check. Well, that one's a hamster. This one is a bunny. I think that's the one you're talking about. All of those are sitting above my head where Benjamin is the only one that can reach them. Check chat real quick. I have to switch back and forth because I can't see chat. I'm looking at that screen. You behind in the live, I think, Hissy Fit. Yeah, she was. I don't know. She's got to refresh her page if she can. The witch kitty is cute too. Oh, I think you're right, Chris. Sorry for the confusion. Oh, it's a bunny. The witch one is a hamster. Yeah, the one that's got the witch hat, that one's a hamster. But those are the ones that I've collected. But there's so many. There's so many of them. There really is. And it's just a cool website. If you like Corner to Corner or you like making blankets, it's just a really cool website. I like a strawberry cow. I have to come back to you. I kind of like this dude too. Like I like the kid type. I already have that one. Look, I could make Zach a Canada blanket. Wait, which screen is it? See, this one would take so many colors. Or this one, the blue healer, like that one would be one. This blue healer one would be a blanket that my mom and David would absolutely adore. But the number of colors in this thing, that's a lot of colors. 8,000 squares. That's a lot of color. A lot of different colors. But that's something that my mom and David would dig because they have a blue healer called Roscoe. Graph for anything that you can imagine. But yeah, I like this website. I'm going to keep, maybe I'll mark that blue healer one. And maybe I'll make Mom and David a blanket. Oh, look, a parrot. It's 56 pages. I'm on page 1. I like this dino. Thinking about making some dinosaurs up for the farmers market. I have been getting back a little bit to making some farmers market stuff here recently. I got a little bunny made up. 56 pages. Oh yeah, it's a rabbit hole that we could talk about for days. Because yeah, they've got 56 pages worth of different designs. But I got a rabbit finished. I got a baby blanket finished. I got two knit hats completed for the farmer's market. One crochet hat. I have a hidden giveaway going on, but doesn't seem like very many people have found it. But or if they have, they just don't want to take part in it. I didn't give away anything super fancy for my hidden giveaway this month. I couldn't. Well, I mean, I could. I just don't want to give away a bunch more stuff and pay more shipping, is what it is. I didn't want to do like a great big giveaway again because I just did 2 giveaways that were pretty big. Hey, Noe. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give away smaller items for right now. Like, I really want to place that order with Lion Brand, but at the same time, I really don't want to spend the money. That's why I was talking to Mom, trying to get justification for placing the order. I still have a few more hours to make up my mind. But if you guys want, I could pull that up. We can look at what they have for clearance. Just so you guys know, for those of you that, I don't know how many people are here, but I think most of you already know. If you type the word drop, Nightbot will drop your channel link, and then you guys can go check out each other's channels. So let's see. We can go check out what's on Lion Brand so that y'all don't have to stare at my hands the whole time. However, they're pretty. I got my nails redone. I'm so happy with these nails. Like, they just tickle me. So it's 30% off yarns and kits plus double Lion points. There's only 16 hours left in the sale. Was at Michael's. I checked, hobby and whatnot, and I just didn't find anything that was really interesting to me. But see, you can see I got 34 different items in the shopping cart. They got some woolies. I wanted to get some of this ice cream, but at the same time, I'm not real sure what I would use it for. Even the Lion Brand mandala cakes are 30% off right now, which I try to stick to a minimum of 30% off if I'm going to buy yarn that's clearanced. Your hands are lovely, and Kiwi agrees. Yeah, see, I've had a lot. Y'all can't see my hands. Oh, yeah, you can in the corner. I've had a couple of people tell me that the almond shape looks better than the squared off shape does, and I like the almond shape much better as well. I will be checking that out later. I like making blankets. Yeah, for sure, Jessica, do that. But see, they have Even the mandalas are on sale. I feel like Lion Brand does not have sales very often. I don't know why that is. Oh, I know, you're loud. I made a sweater with touch of alpaca once. It cost me a small fortune. And then I gave it away for free. It wasn't even something I sold or in the Etsy shop or anything. I was, yeah. It was originally supposed to be a sweater for myself, and then, yeah, that always seems to happen with everything I make for me. Wool Ease Air yarn. I've never used this. It looks kind of funny to me. It's because my internet is not going to load the page at all, apparently. Yeah, we're just going to... Jeez. I think the square looks good too, but those they had on you were far too wide and flared out. Yeah. And I noticed that when they were taking the other ones off, the layers of paint on my nails were like crazy thick. It was like he sanded a while to get down to the acrylic. See, that's definitely got a halo. I have no idea what I would use that for. Oh, Kiwi, I know. So I was looking too much stuff. That's what I'm looking at getting. That's, yeah, way too much stuff. So they have this Scarfy Light, which I've never had. And I was thinking, I think this is a medium weight in my shopping cart. Maybe y'all can help me justify actually spending this money. Kiwi. Hands are, I think, disco balls. Yeah, Danielle likes disco balls. But I was looking at get off my screen. What was it? It was, but I know I was thinking like a hat set and a sir. Thank you. Shush for a little bit, please. Just for a wee bit. Can you do that for me? Thinking I could use them and I could make a sweater or something. Which I did the same thing with Chenille Appeal, which for a skin tone color. Plans for, but by the time I get what those plans were, and then I'll just be like, I don't know, what was I planning on doing this? But see, this time I've said it during a live, and so now maybe I'll remember. Of these that I got. Kiwi! I have 3 that look like this, except they're just called beige. They're not called sugar cookie. And I got those from the thrift store to get, like a darker skin tone color where I could make like dolls or something for the farmer's market. Let me check chat real quick. Only mine though. Kiwi wants you to get the Scarfy Light. I might have to. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go ahead and put this order in. I have saved up quite a bit. And it's going to be 26. I think it's actually my first yarn haul of 2026. I don't think I've really bought any yarn this year so far, but it is only January, so I grabbed 6 of this yarn because I've never had Woolies DK that I made a tutorial on. It was the spider stitch hoodie that I made the tutorial on. The first one that I made of that hoodie was actually a color block combination of like 3 or and niece has it, and then my sister-in-law. But I liked this bluegrass color, and I was thinking that maybe I could do a sweater that was like one solid color. I don't know if 6 balls is gonna be enough to make myself a sweater, but I know it would be enough to make my mom a sweater, and my mom's favorite color is blue for navy, but the color, her favorite color of blue is like in between these two, and I can't pick the one that's the thought had occurred to me to make mom a sweater. And then all of these chenille appeal yarns I got specifically to work with, because I got a bunch of it. This, I have some of this yellow too, but I don't really know what to do with the yellow. It's a mustardy color. It's called Harvest Gold. But to me, in person, it looks more like a mustard color. I guess it's kind of whatever. He has a lot to. He does have a lot to say today. He really does. But I have. Well, I got 6 of those. 3 of those. 3 more of those. And 3 more of those. I have no idea what to do with the yellow though, other than to put them in the Etsy shop or put them in a giveaway, because I really, really don't care for the color. Like, it looks much brighter on the screen than what I have. Of course, the balls that I have are older. They're a couple years old. But I'm thinking, oh God, Kiwi, will you hush your face, sir? I know. You're just loud. You're just so loud. The jellyfish would be good with that yellow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything to work up with it though. Like, I mean, what are we gonna make the top? I don't know. I just feel like there's nothing, like the only color that really goes with it is this green color. And I really don't know how I feel about this green color either. I don't know. So that was what I was considering. It's $187 that I have in this shopping cart. But they want like, it's like $26.50 for shipping and taxes. That's a lot. Seems like. That's another thing I noticed about Lion Brand. They don't ever have they don't have like coupons to get free shipping and things like that. Or at least not very often. Top's white and the bottom's yellow. Yeah. See, Danielle is great for bouncing ideas off of. Kiwi, stop. You're so obnoxiously loud right now. I swear. Why are you so loud? Why are you so loud? Any other time, you're perfectly happy to sit there and look at me like I'm stupid for even thinking that you're going to talk. Because I try, y'all, I try to get this bird to talk, and He will look at me like I'm stupid. He really will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. That's all of the black. Look at that. I'm going to have to add a new ball of black. Uh-huh. Hey, Lori. Oh, don't even worry about being late, Lori. I was half an hour late to my own live stream. I fell asleep and then I got on the phone with Mom and I didn't even remember that I was supposed to be going live today until Zach text messaged me or messaged me on Facebook and was like, hey, are you going live today or what? What's going on? Yeah, I was totally late to my own live stream. And then there was a bunch of technical difficulties happening at the beginning of the live. Like the screen just went black for like 10 minutes, whatever. And I'm like freaking out, trying to fix it. Benjamin's in here. He can't fix it. So I'm yelling at him and I'm like, you're the tech guru. Why can't you fix it? A Nemo. Nemo is orange. Poppy is making cabbage rolls. Diesel made him play ball last night. Oh yeah, Diesel's making everybody play ball. Remember to watch at least the second half of my Celebrate lives. There are lots of replay words, prizes to win. Okay. I actually haven't watched anybody today, to be honest. I haven't really watched anybody today. Not as far as crochet channels. I watched a bunch of documentary channels right up until I fell asleep. Oh my goodness. Okay, every time you make that sound, Kiwi, there's like a throbbing in my ear. Oh, he doesn't make Grandma play ball? My first was last night. My second is tonight. I'll have to catch up on it, Lori. I'm sorry I missed you. Oh, Kiwi, sir. All y'all can see on screen is my fingertips. I can't tell if I need to pull the camera closer or the table closer or what. I haven't even gotten through a full row yet during this stream. We're an hour in. I'm on row 73. I've been working on it on and off in between Saturdays. I've been working on an Army Man teddy bear. I finally got that unicorn finished. So I'll be getting that shipped out soon, along with the Granny Square flower blanket that I made a couple months back. That was purchased. Don't you do that. He's going to stick his head inside of his coconut and start screaming, and all we're going to hear is his voice echoing. Hey, man. Hey, why do you do this when I'm on camera? He just wants Grandma to sit. Oh. I already read that one. How is Neville doing? My chat got real quiet. Where did everybody go? Two, three, four, five. How many yellow? 12. I'm here just fighting yarn vomit. Oh, that's funny. How much yarn would it take for like a knit sweater? Those of you that knit, because I don't know how to knit. But I was thinking about trying to do one of those sweaters on the knitting machine. And I was wondering how much yarn one would need for a circular knitting machine sweater. Yeah? Because I want a knit sweater. I never had a knit sweater before. I mean, I have crochet. I have a crochet sweater, but I would like a knit sweater too. Jessica said, "I'm here just peeling potatoes and carrots." Kiwi, stop yelling at me. I went to go grab a black skein, but it's everywhere. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, you can knit, Kimber. I have a tension fork for the Addy. I don't know if that makes a difference. It seems like with some yarns, the machine spaces the stitches out, and then some yarns that I would assume are the same weight are closer together. No, I know what you're talking about, hun. Because I have a bunch of colors of the Yarn Bee hand dyed yarn. And I think that stuff is a weight 3 or 2. I don't know. I have to look it up. Yeah, we hear you. And I've got a bunch of different colors. I got like 4 of each color. And I was thinking about, like, that would be kind of a cool thing to use to make like a sweater, but I don't know if there's enough. Oh, see, it says online it says it's a super fine weight 1. I was thinking it was at least a 2 or a 3. And there's 400 yards per hank. So sorry, that was the internet cutting out. I don't know how much of my conversation was cut out. Probably a bunch. You've got a couple weeks in the replay. Okay, Lori. I actually got one from my niece this Christmas. Did you get a Centro or did you get an Addy? I don't know any other brands. Those are the only two brands of knitting machine that I know. Of the circular ones. I've got two Centros and I just recently got an Addy. The Addy feels like better quality. It's heavier. It seems more durable. Centro. Yeah. I like the Addy. My dad just got me one of those. And my Centro was getting really finicky. It's already been taken apart at least once. It's, it's had some issues. I'm calling this scheme the void. Neville got out to the front of the house from a hole. I'm assuming so he's in timeout. Yeah, Danielle, you're going to have to be real careful about that. If he gets in that road, people will not slow down. That road is so bad when it comes to dogs. It really is. And, they won't even stop. They don't stop. They don't slow down. It's really bad. He went straight under the house. Well, at least he didn't go for the road. So, my mom had an idea. So we have adopted several dogs from the animal shelter here in the Grange, and we've also had to take several dogs there because for some reason people like to dump animals off in front of my house. I think it's because we have kids. I've got my three nieces that live next door, and Casey is here part-time. But we've had to take dogs up there, and we've also had to take cats and dogs that have been abandoned in my mom's rental property there. So Mom had this idea about doing a basket of small amigurumi and seeing if the animal shelter would let me set it up there, and when somebody donates to the animal shelter, then they get a toy. Now, they can either keep that toy for their own animal or they can, donate it back to the animal shelter for one of the puppies. And my mom said that this might be a good way to get my business name out there and get more commissions locally. I want a 7-month-old Dalmatian. Kimber, do you have a Dalmatian? Oh my God, I would love a Dalmatian. I don't know what's happening. I'm on top chat instead of live chat. Camo says he has no more vet visits. Yep, Camo is getting better. For those of you guys that were following Camo's injury. I want a 7-month-old Dalmatian. Gorgeous and loves to play. Is it male or female? Oh. I don't know. you'll have to you'll have to message me some information on it. I might be able to convince. I don't know. I mean, it's 7 months old. I'm gonna have to. I would have to train it not to eat my bird, and I would have to somehow convince my parents that this was a good idea. Because my dad really does not want any more animals, but I have always wanted a Dalmatian. Because who doesn't? Who doesn't want a Dalmatian? Like, um, that would be cool. You'll have to message me some details about him, or I can message you with questions. That's too cool though. I forgot, like, I totally got sidetracked with the Dalmatian, and I don't remember what I was talking about when it comes to yarn anymore. Like, it's just gone. It's just gone. Panic at the Disco. Uh, I think that you should spend some time with your disco balls. That's what I think, Danielle. uh, you wouldn't be cold if you were spending time with your disco balls. How many is that? That should be 12, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Um, well, Diesel likes balls. You know that dog in Dr. Doolittle, the one with Eddie Murphy in it, and that dog is just jumping up and down, and he's like, throw the ball, come on, throw the ball, and everybody's like, throw the damn ball. That's Diesel. Diesel is the dog that has like anxiety or whatever with the ball. He's, yeah, whatever. I know somebody must know what I'm talking about. That scene that I'm talking about. Disco Beaver from Outer Space. That's funny, Noe. On so many levels, that's funny because just because of what Danielle and okay, so the disco balls thing is kind of an inside joke, and it's funny that you say that because it kind of plays into that joke. He's something, that's for sure. And no, it was not that movie. My dad says he's Dennis the Menace. Well, I don't know what movie you're talking about, Noe. I'm just saying the title of that movie, Disco Beaver from Outer Space, totally plays into the joke that Danielle and I are talking about, which I can't explain because A, YouTube will probably get mad at me for one thing. And two, I don't know that Danielle would want me to. It was a straight to HBO movie that National Lampoon did. Oh. Yeah, I never had cable till we were older, much older. Well, I was an adult and had children before anybody here had cable. It was only because my adopted brother worked at the cable place and we got a year worth of cable for free. Ben and the roads are crap. Oh. But y'all, I'm going to make this order from Lion Brand and then I'm going to have nowhere to put it because I still have a box from Premier that's sitting on my floor because I have no shelf space for it. I wonder how mad it would make Casey if I put a shelf in her room to store yarn. I mean, she's only here half the time anyways. Less than half the time. She's only here periodically on the weekends. Why shouldn't I use that room for yarn? I feel like that's a pretty good plan. What 12-year-old needs 2 bedrooms anyways? I mean, Benjamin's here all the time and he's given up part of his room for yarn storage. Danielle seems fair. I don't see why not. She could give up a little space for some yarn. That would make her so mad. She is such a prima donna teenager type gothic thing going on. I don't know. She's like a little diva goth. You technically have 4 rooms. Yeah, but see, you're all the way over there. And like, if I put yarn at your house and then I need it, how am I going to get it? I won't be able to. I'll be like out of luck. One at my mom. Oh, you mean like bedrooms? One at my mom's, one at my dad's, one at each grandparents, and then my house. So technically 5. Oh, well, aren't you the spoiled one? Mm. I started rewatching Game of Thrones. I was baited into rewatching Game of Thrones because YouTube shorts kept coming up with like Game of Thrones clips and I was like, I don't remember that happening. I don't remember those lines. So now I've been baited into watching Game of Thrones again and I have to like I'm keeping a lookout to find out if these lines and scenes that I've seen on YouTube shorts are real or if it's AI cuz I don't remember. You should make some kind of tunnel system to send yarn back and forth. I don't know, it makes sense to me. If I could do that, I totally would. Dad's only kid, mom's oldest, and I'm the youngest grandbaby. See, I'm the oldest child. I was the uh, only girl grandchild. I was for like 3 generations in a row. Like my mom, my grandmother, and I were all the firstborn girls. Benjamin broke that. I was the first one to have a girl, or I mean, a boy first in a long time. Underground yarn. I feel like the phrase underground yarn would be a good name for like a yarn dyeing company that had like, I don't know, underground vibes. And I don't know why I keep talking to you like you can hear me. Oh, you found the end of the skein? Skein? One of these days I'm going to look up the proper pronunciation of that word. So I watched this short video. It was a short by this channel called Yarn Dragons something or another. And they dye yarn. And the guy was holding up a hank, and he said that it's usually called a skein. And I was like, I have never heard of a hank being called a skein. And then he had a ball of Red Heart Super Saver, and he said that sometimes those were called skeins, but most of the time we call them balls. And I was like, no, I fully 100% disagree. See, I want to try dyeing yarn. I just don't have a setup to do that. Like, my dad is not going to let me dye yarn in his kitchen. I don't know that I would do it on a regular basis because it feels like cooking, and I don't care for cooking, which is part of the reason why I don't care for soap making. I know how to do it, but it feels too much like cooking, and I hate cooking. But the phrase underground yarn sounds like a good yarn company name. Now I'm turning it into a really large cake. For sure. My mom called them skeins and balls. She crocheted and knitted. Maybe it's a knit community type. Maybe it's like there's a difference. Like with the knit community, they call them skeins and balls. Like these would be balls. And then hanks would be skeins. Like maybe it's a crochet community difference compared to, I don't know. Maybe the terminology is different. I don't know. I'm not really part of the knit community. I don't know what their terms are. The most I can do is cast on, and then I don't know what to do from there. I can barely, I like, it's really hard for me to hold knitting needles. I don't know why, but I tried, and I finally gave up. I'll just stick with my crochet. And if I want something to look knitted, I'll use the Tunisian knit stitch. I like Tunisian. It uses like a lot of yarn, but I do like it. I have a jacket I've been working on for like 3 years, probably 4 now. And it is something, it requires something like 3,000 yards. or something like that. Well, 9 times 5, that's 4,500, because those cakes that I have for that jacket are 590 yards each, and it required 9 of them. That's over 5,000 yards of yarn for just that jacket. So Tunisian does take a lot more yarn than regular crochet or knit. That's why I was asking about the knitted sweater. I wanted to do one in the knitting machine, but I have no idea how much yarn to buy. I've been told that knitting takes less yarn than what crochet does, but I'm not experienced enough to know how much yarn to buy. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to just jump off into the deep end and hope I have enough yarn. And if I don't, hopefully it's not a discontinued yarn that I pick out, because I do have a habit of doing that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have a really bad habit of picking yarns that are discontinued and then making a project that I don't have enough of the yarn for. And then, I pay crazy amounts of yarn or money to get that yarn to finish the project. And y'all wouldn't believe it, but I started the Army Bear with Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Aran, which is kind of like an off-white green color. It's this color here. I started it with this color here. And I told Benjamin to find me more of it in the stash in the hallway. And he kept looking, couldn't find any. And finally I was like, you're just not looking in the right places. So I went out there and looked. Believe it or not, I don't have any more of this color. Like, all the yarn I have, and I've still managed to run out. Like, it's crazy. So I'm going to see how far I can get with that. Maybe I can get the teddy bear finished with that. If not, I'll have to order some. But I just thought that was crazy. Like, out of all the yarns I have, like, it's crazy to me that it's even possible for me to run out of yarn. Does anybody else only chain 2 when they do corner to corner? Because I only chain 2. 3. I think a lot do 3, but I only ever chain 2. I feel like it makes the spaces between each square smaller. What is it? 5? 5 white, 31 black. Yeah, that's 4. And I think my wrist is getting better because I'm slowly getting to where I can crochet longer periods of time without it hurting. For a while there, I was only getting like 10 stitches in, 10 to 20 stitches in before my wrist would start hurting again. Hey, let's not do that. But yeah, I can't wait till this blanket is finished so I can show y'all what it looks like. I think it's going to look so good. And I got to try to figure out what kind of a border to put on it. Or if I should just do like a plain, you know, like single crochet type of a border. Uh, Y'all do me a favor if y'all haven't already dropped or put a thumbs up. Do me a favor and remember to give me a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. I'm gonna have to have Danielle start calling me on Sundays at like 1:30 to make sure that I'm awake. Be like, get ready, you're supposed to be going live. I was actually planning on sometime today working on the bunny rabbit tutorial, the fruit bunny tutorial that I got going on. I need to finish that one up. That's what I was thinking about working on whenever I was talking with Mom and Zach messaged me. I completely forgot about going live today. And anybody who watches a replay is going to be so confused because of the technical issues. And then, yeah. But like I said, like if the technical issues hadn't occurred, I'd have never found out that YouTube Studio lets you share your screen now. That is so cool. I don't recall that ever being a thing in the past. I didn't know that you could do that. They have Rice Krispie ice cream sandwiches now. Where do you get those, Noe? Rice Krispie. I mean, you could make those at the house. Walmart. Hmm. No, I never even heard of those. But I imagine you could just make them at the house if you really wanted to. I'm going to have to get a new ball of black here in a minute. I also want to try mosaic crochet. Isn't the mosaic crochet where when you work it up, like if you're using two different colors and like the picture is predominantly red on this side, when you flip it over, it'll be the same picture, but it'll be like predominantly blue. I feel like I've seen that in a crochet blanket somewhere, and I was wondering if that was mosaic. That's something I've never done is mosaic. I've also never done fillet. Is that how you say that? Is it fillet or filigree? I don't know how to say that. That's mosaic overlay crochet, I think. Zach, I used to tell Benjamin when he was a baby that And word for word, I'd go, "I love you so much, I'm going to poke you in the eye." And then I'd poke him in the eye. And he just thought that was the funniest thing in the world when he was a baby. Now he thinks I'm insane. Let's see. How much yarn barf are we going to get? Ooh. It feels like if I do the left side, I won't get as much. Well, I didn't get any yarn. Oh, we're going to get a whole bunch. Hold on. Maybe not. Ooh, I got lucky. Oh. Hold on. I don't have a... Yeah, there's going to be lots of yarn barf. Of course, it's got to be black, too. Is this tied in a knot or what? Like, what is happening here? Okay. It's snowing big time in Denver right now. My mom got a bunch of ice cream sandwiches and bars. My dad really likes ice cream sandwiches. And those little cone things that for a while everybody was saying, "Oh, those don't melt," or whatever. They're like dipped in chocolate or whatever. Drumsticks. That's what they're called. The snow is getting stuck in the announcer's hair. Oh. There was I seen this clip from like forever ago where this poor reporter had like a grasshopper or something fly down his throat while he was talking. It was funny, but he was not happy about it. Well, look at Nightbot just popping off all over the place. I thought I had set the Nightbot. I just updated Nightbot, and I thought that I had set it where Nightbot reminders were like more spread out. But he's still popping off all in a row. They're bringing out the leaf blowers so the players can see the lines. Dang. Casey likes playing with my dad's leaf blower. She has all kinds of fun with the leaf blower. I'm gonna have to take note of what did you call it, Jessica? Mosaic over. I have to take note of that and then look it up in my phone. There's so many things that I want to try, and just like I just don't have like enough time. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that later. Where did you go, Danielle? Why are you telling me hello? I thought you were here this whole time. And you need a picture for your YouTube account. Oh, he wanted to play ball in the snow. You need to take a picture of all 4 fur babies and use it for your YouTube picture. Because we're all about the fur babies and the feather babies around here. I think it would be cool to do that thing that my mom was talking about with the animal shelter. Whole life. So I don't know if I don't know what you guys see whenever that happens, but whenever that happens for me, the screen goes black and I can't see or tell whether or not you guys can hear me or anything like that. Yeah. What was I talking about? Well, I mean, I guess that's a good thing you can't hear me then, because every time that happens, there's a lot of foul words that come out of my mouth. Mom, oh, I was talking about, because she was talking about me making a basket of amigurumi and taking it to the animal shelter. Were you not here for that conversation? Taking it to the animal shelter, and people can get one, but they have to donate to the animal shelter, and then they can either keep the amigurumi or they can give it to the animal shelter, whatever they want to do. But mom was saying that that would be a good idea or a good way to get the name Kiwi's Crochet Corner out there, and maybe drum up some local commissions. And I was thinking that that's kind of cute because it's Kiwi. And Kiwi cares about puppy dogs. Actually, Kiwi, the only dog he's ever been around is Oddball, and he was not very pleasant to her. But I was there was something else that I was saying about that, but it's gone now because I don't know. It's just gone. A design for a window sticker so I could put it on my car. That is a mom question. Mom knows about stuff like that. She was also talking to me about she knows a company here locally where she would rather do, like, how Kiwi has his own merch store. Well, mom was talking about, instead of doing the merch through a third party print on demand type of a company, she was talking about doing it locally, and then we could just ship them out ourselves if people ordered Kiwi merch. It does require making a website, though. Have but Mom was talking about we could maybe do that because the merch, Kiwi's current merch shop, is very expensive, and it's because it's a print on demand situation. You order it, and then a company in China, Turkey, wherever, prints your item out and ships it directly to you. I'm not involved in it. Whereas Mom was talking about if we can make it ourselves or make it locally, we could maybe make it cheaper for people who want to get Kiwi merch. But yeah, Mom's got all kinds of ideas when it comes to like the window stickers, and she's talking about doing shirts and all kinds of stuff. So Mom's got all kinds of ideas. Sometimes I feel like my table's not big enough. And then I remind myself that the bedroom isn't big enough for another table. I need like a yarn she shed. Problem is I probably wouldn't, if all my yarn was out in a she shed like how Kim has it, I don't know that I would go out there every day. I would probably pack in yarn to the house so that I wouldn't have to leave the house. And I would probably still film. Like, I don't want to leave my bedroom. I need to get back to work on making stuff for the farmer's market because we really do need to get back to doing the farmer's market. We've been, out of the farmer's market for like a month now? I really need to get on the ball with that. Even if it's just small things. But I did find a few designs. Well, they're all. I don't want to break the yarn. Almost 2 months at this point. Yeah, see, it's been a really long time since we've been at the farmer's market. And I really gotta buckle down and get some farmer's market stuff made up. I know there was something more, and I got distracted by the yarn barf that's happening here. It'll come back eventually. We need a business meeting too before we get back to it. Yeah. You mean like a business meeting where we actually talk about business, or a business meeting where we just eat lunch? Where we actually talk about business. Food is always good too. Yeah, I mean I don't know. We gotta. It's difficult because I'm the only one that crochets. And I feel like I can only make so much. But really, the only pressure right now, as far as deadlines go, is this blanket is the only project that I really currently have that has a deadline. All the Etsy orders are finished, unless any new ones come in. So, I mean, that's good. There's always that. But I need to try to get. I would really like to have this finished by the time Dad retires. Um, Food is always good too, or alcohol. Oh, I know. That's why we need to come up with a game plan so I can start adding stuff too. Well, I mean, you need to figure out. Do you want to crochet? Um, Crochet, but want to crochet, then like, what are your interests? I know that you talked about baking. Do you want to bake? Um, we can sell baked goods at the farmers market, but we have to follow the cottage something or another laws, and I think that just requires you putting the ingredients on the packaging. Um, what sells well at the farmers market? Yeah, jellyfish. I know you don't have an oven. Well, I don't have an oven either. I was gonna say, but I do, but I don't have an oven either. Our oven don't work. Um, we could buy you one, I guess. I mean, the house needs one anyways. Mom has an oven. I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of you doing it, though. We'll have to look into getting you that oven. Um, yeah, honestly, Kimber, what sells best is the stuffed animals. Like, what is happening here? Okay. And here I thought this was going to be such a good ball of yarn. Mom said she had to get an electrician in here to rewire the spot. Yeah, because that chick, like, I don't know. There's some electrical problems going on there, and it's because we've had some really really bad tenants in that rental house. Um, yeah. To answer your question, Kimber, jellyfish sell really well. A yarn baby, right? That's what I'm saying. What is this? um, but amigurumi sells the best. Something that I have noticed is I my my booth tends to have amigurumi that takes a little bit longer to make. I don't stick just to the typical amigurumi market items. Like there's certain items that you see at crochet market booths that are always there, like the quick and easy bee, the TikTok bee. There's, you know, the sea turtles, things that are super quick to make that are mostly no sew. You see a lot of that in every crochet booth. But what I've noticed about mine and my amigurumi is there is a lot more. There's a lot more stuffed animals that just require more effort. There's sewing involved and things like that. A lot of them are bigger, and there's a bigger variety as well. And I do notice that people have taken notice of that because I've had people ask, about other animals, whether or not I could do this animal or that animal or whatever. And locally, people have asked for certain commissions that I don't think that I would get had they not seen that there's a bigger variety at my booth. I know it's almost 6 o'clock here, but I am going to go take a quick nap. I'm tired. All right, Zach, I'll see you later. See, what is this? What is this nonsense here? Just so you know, Hirschner's Afghan yarn, that is not making you look very good. Not helping your case out here, buddy. Ay. And like black is a dark color. This is gonna take so, like, I can feel it pulling out from the center, but what happened that all of this came out of the middle of this ball? I think it's because this yarn has just a slight halo. It's very slight. And I can't tell if it's a knot or if it's just like the halo fibers sticking. Especially with the black. But yeah, it's amigurumi that sells the best. And I think I don't have any jellyfish made. I don't think I have any jellyfish made at all right now. I don't know. I don't remember what's in the tote, but I have to go out there anyways because that flower blanket sold. My dad Ken bought the flower blanket for one of his coworkers' grandbabies. So I gotta go out there and dig around in there anyways. I think that's where my sweater is that I've been looking for like 2 months. I'm pretty sure it's in the tote. And I think that's where my mom's Christmas, because I bought her a bracelet and I never found it. And I'm pretty sure it's tote. I'm pretty sure this block is supposed to be black. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Take your yarn, baby, and go over there. Screaming like a crazy man, like you were earlier. Oh, get off me with the static electricity. Did you say bogey? Chat went quiet. But I see 10 lurkers, 9 lurkers. Go live? Are we going to... How now? Is it fixed now? Is it fixed? Is it fixed? I'm sorry, Noe. Okay. It's fixed. Well, see, like my chat went like completely silent and I didn't know why. I asked somebody something. I don't remember what it was. And because the chat went silent, I was actually wrapping it up. And then the second I said bye, like the chat jumped and like everybody was talking and about how the screen was spinny and I was saying lurkers on repeat and uh yeah. I don't know what happened. But I am going to go ahead and wrap it up though because I think my internet is cutting out. And I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Um so I'm going to try to remember what I was supposed to say. Kimber, I will message you about the Dalmatian puppy, but I seriously doubt my parents are going to let me have it. It was just silent and I was running out trying to wind this stupid yarn. Yes, buffered pretty bad, but I'm still here. Hugs and see you later. See you later, Lori. I have a hidden giveaway going on if anybody is interested in that. I'm not going to tell you which video it is. That would defeat the purpose. But you got to go back and look at my videos if anybody's interested in that. And that's about it. I'll try to get some stitch tutorials out after I finish the bunny rabbit tutorial. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, it's on a video, not a live. My hidden giveaways are always going to be in a video, not a live. And then I do the members giveaway. But yeah, my hidden giveaways are always in a video somewhere. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Sorry about all the internet cutting in and out and technical issues. You too, Jessica. You're further up north. You're getting hit harder than anybody probably. But yeah, everybody stay safe, stay warm.